So this is going to be a demonstration of the Pabbly integration that is offered by the Orimon platform. In essence, the Pabbly integration is virtually identical to the Zapier integration. If you have seen that video, the design philosophy is virtually identical except for a few steps. Pabbly as a platform is also by and large identical to the way Zapier works. That is to say, it is a workflow-oriented platform wherein inside your workflow, if any connected app hits a trigger is any event that starts or initiates an action in workflow, and an action inside a workflow is anything that is automatically executed to another connected app inside Pabbly. So how that works, I'm going to demonstrate it to you. First of all, I've signed into my Pabbly account, right? I'm going to create a new workflow, whatever I can name this Orimon demo, create workflow, right? It's going to process it. So you can see right here that this works on the same design philosophy of triggers and actions. Any app that triggers, uh, that hits a trigger inside a workflow, the action will automatically be executed based on whatever data and input that has been received via the trigger. So first of all, in this case, our Orimon plugin is going to be the trigger. So the trigger is basically whenever a new lead is received, right? We're going to go to Orimon AI plugin. We're going to select the trigger event. So we can see a trigger event is available, new lead. This will trigger whenever a new lead is received via your Orimon AI chatbot. So we'll select the new lead event, right? So it is now going to provide me a webhook URL. This is the URL at which I'm going to send the data that is collected via the Orimon AI chatbots, and this is the payload at which Pabbly will receive the data. Now I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go back to the Orimon AI platform. As you can see, I've already navigated to the integrations section, and I'll demonstrate it once again how to get to the integration section. I'll open whichever chatbot I want to connect with the respective integration. I'm going to go to settings, lead flow integrations, and there it is, Pabbly, right? First, you'll have to enable it. There's a switch up top. You enable it first, then you go to view integration. Now here we'll click on generate auth token. The auth token isn't directly required in the lead flow integration for Pabbly currently. It is, however, used internally. So we can ignore this segment for now. Now you can see here there is an add integration option for lead forms. We'll add the integration and we will paste the webhook URL that we have copied from our Pabbly account. We'll paste that right here. Now, as soon as we connect to Pabbly, Pabbly should receive a test payload to connect and generate our workflow. And as you can see already, we have already received a test payload right here. So this is the response test payload that our webhook sent to Pabbly. Now in the trigger, obviously you can, any user can connect any app, use the data or lead received by the Orimon chatbot in any way. For the sake of demonstration, I'm going to connect this app as well to Google Sheets, just like Zapier. Action event, I am going to say add a new row. Now it will ask me to connect my Google Sheets account to my Google account so that it has access. Select an existing connections. Yes, my account is already connected, so I guess I can click on save and it will automatically connect it. It is processing. Right, there we go. It is already fetching my sheets that I want to connect with Pabbly. Sheet 1 it has selected, and you can see from the integration itself is fetching headers from my the Google Sheet that I've provided to it, and it is automatically asking for data that is to be mapped. So what data I have available to map into the trigger, sorry, the action. I from trigger I have available new lead, and in new leads I have these 5 fields that I can send into my Google Sheet. So in the name column that is being shown here, I want to map the name field that I'm receiving from the Orimon trigger. In the phone column, I will send the phone number that I receive from the Orimon trigger. Respectively, for email, I will send email. Custom fields, I will send custom fields data. And lastly, platform name, I will send, or not platform name, platform info, I will send from the Orimon AI platform, the lead, the trigger that we received data from. So when I click on save and send test request, it is going to test whether or not the connection is properly established, whether or not the data is properly mapped. And if it is correctly mapped, I can save this webhook here in Pabbly as well as on the Orimon platform. So it's telling me that the response received, it has successfully sent an updated row and an updated column. Let's navigate back. Yes, the test payload has been correctly sent. I can verify that right here. And once I click on save, this step is complete. And my workflow right here is complete. Now, every time, whenever my Orimon AI chatbot receives a new lead, automatically it will be sent and exported to this Excel sheet right here. And that is in essence how Pabbly integration works. There is one last step which is different from Zapier. Other than pasting the webhook, you have to, once you have tested and completed the syncing of your secondary app, your action app, and your Orimon trigger, you have to click on confirm webhook. This will validate that you have tested that you have connected both your actions and triggers correctly. Now you can click on confirm webhook, and the integration from the Orimon dashboard is complete. And that will be all for the Zapier, or excuse me, the Pabbly integration. You can see the task I just created, the workflow I just created is live. It is showing that Orimon and Google Sheets are integrated applications, and it is active. I have saved it. The test data is right there. And on the dashboard also, it's just saying delete integration. It is live from the dashboard as well. And that is all.